And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At their own 20-yard line. First down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking deep for Julio. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. They shakes him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, and Next Gen Stats says that play took all of 2.8 seconds from beginning to end. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open is Swain, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. McCann's got it teed up. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Allen going to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Danico Autry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Danico Autry drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. And it's fielded at the 34. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the...
And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Titans touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At their own 13-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give to Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Here's Williams to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Back 55, back 55. I'm coming.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. To return is McKenzie. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Allen now on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. To the air, Allen. And once again, this is Sanders.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, he's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown! Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use than that. In one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He takes this for 3 to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. A.J. Klein coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. McKenzie now to return it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Pass complete here to Sanders, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Allen to the veteran Sanders for the Buffalo first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Breida will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They got to go back out there and play.
A gain of 6 there on first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On play action, Allen. And Diggs has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag throw.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Open man Julio. Touchdown Tennessee. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans have taken the lead. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
McCann's got it teed up. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On first down, Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 75 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. First down and much more for Henry. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here's Tannehill looking deep for Julio. And this is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones, 38 yards. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. McCann's got it teed up. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And a big turnover